40, be more than a salary. I'm burning calories, I'm charging batteries. I'm in reality, this shit ain't challenging, it's routine. Fuck as you mean, they throw it all on the bezel. They always talking about levels, speak of the devil. Say what you want, picture me taking the front. Look up our imagination can run. I ain't gon' say nothing once. Spent 800 days in the cut. Oh God, I've been closer. Oh God, am I focused? Oh no, y'all been not closer. Oh, for what? There must be a reason. What's the achievement? Kindly remind me, wasn't you sleeping? 800 days in the cut.
800 days in the cut. Dog, I would not lie.
What's up, everybody? Circa here, and I'm back for another Wednesday live Q&A session. Now, I am streaming, hopefully, to both YouTube's and Facebook's at the same time, but we're only going to be dealing with questions primarily from Facebook. If by any means we get past this quickly and there's extra time, we'll answer questions from YouTube. But I don't anticipate that's going to be the case. If you are an Indie Pro member and you're in the group, but you just happen to be watching on YouTube, by all means, let me know in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. All right, let me just make sure we're all good here. Okay, cool. So I think I'm just about ready to start this up. Let me get our stream. I'll grab our stream link. Copy that real quick. And then let's set up our little answer snippet, and we'll be good to go. Cool. Yeah, and then we'll grab that, and we'll copy it. All right, cool. We're good to go. So let's organize by most recent. We'll do new posts, and then we're gonna scroll all the way to the bottom and start answering questions. If you've got a question, and it's not in the group, since Jesse's live stream, then by all means ask it in the chat, and when I'm done here I will get to it. All right, so let me put your timestamp here. I'm gonna need that, so let's grab that. Your timestamp will be here. Hold on, let me just, I wish I could do split screen, vertical screen. Why can't I do that? Windows, huh? Windows. Okay. So your timestamp is going to be 2 minutes and 17 seconds. All right, so the question is, MC Till asks, I am so close to having my new website in Indie Pro working properly. However, I stuck on this last weird situation. All the pages are working fine. Let me just switch to a screen share. All the pages are working fine. However, the header nav goes haywire when you click on two of the pages in the menu. The music page and the Patreon page do something really strange. My logo gets huge and the header moves to the top and is all messed up. Pictures below for reference. First pic is fine and how I want it. Second picture is, any ideas on what this could be? Well, first, let's just try to pull up your account, MC. I should have had our agency account ready so that I can quickly access it. That's my bad. So just give me 1 second and we will pull up your account. Cool. We got friends on YouTube, so we got friends on Facebooks. Very cool. Let's go to team real quick, and we'll search for MC Till. I don't really see an MC Till or here or in these accounts. No, I do not. So let's try to ascertain what the name of your project is. Everybody's Hip Hop? Everybody's Hip? No, none of that. None of that's working. Man, it would be really helpful to have the name of your thing, dude. It would be helpful to have the name of your thing. Let's try to search by your Facebook name in the group to see if you ever mentioned it. Real quick. Right quick. So we'll do MC Till. We're going to get a little fit font on, or figure it the outedness. Okay. This doesn't seem to be... Oh, okay. Did you ask for a prime? Ooh, you did ask for a prime, which includes... Everybody's Hip Hop. Okay, but I don't know what that
is. This a classic album right here?
What is it? Boom Bap Review. I feel like I've answered questions for you before regarding this. Oh, it's not Boom Bap Review, dude. Is this your site? I can't find it, friend. I can't find it. Boom Bap Review? Hip Hop Anonymous? Damn, I can't find your thing, dude. Everybody's Hip Hop. Oh, you mentioned me in a comment. Where? What is the name of your sub account in the CRM? Damn. Well, we'll come back to that because we definitely don't have it yet. Okay. We'll move on here. Let me just grab our little snippet and we'll continue. Question for live stream. Is it too early to use Shippo integration with GHL CRM? I installed and followed the instructions, but could not get live rates to behave properly, so I reached out to Shippo support, who told me they don't have visibility on the coding because GHL made the integration themselves, not via Shippo API. All this lingo is above my pay grade, so I'm just looking for layman's explanation. Can I not use Shippo live rates in my website store yet? Was hoping to use that for my Black Friday sale since so much of my existing mailing list is international. I want them to at least get actual shipping rate versus flat rate and decide if it's worth it to purchase. All right, so your timestamp is going to be 6 minutes and 11 seconds. And this is perfect because I haven't yet actually fully grokked Go High Level's Shippo integration. So this will be good practice for me, and everyone can follow along to see how I like to digest these things. Okay, so first I'm going to search Go High Level and then the thing that I want to access inside Go High Level. That's like number one is a Google search. So we're going to do that Google search. We get down to the documentation, help.gohighlevel.com. These are the search results we want. Shipping, how to connect to Shippo integration. Now let's pull up, Brett, your sub account just so we are looking at the right thing. So that's going to be Brett Ryan Stewart Music. Brett Ryan Stewart, very cool, very cool. And then let's go back to our documentation. So we're going to create a live token in Shippo. I'm going to assume you did that. Assume you did all of that. Let's look for the live rates part of it. Enable live rates and shipping after setting up the package template, shipping origin, and shipping options in Shippo. Okay. Let's go back to your original question and see. I installed and followed the instructions. Could not get live rates to behave properly, so I reached out to Shippo support, who told me they don't have visibility on the coding. GHL made the... So it doesn't make sense that GHL made the integration themselves and didn't use Shippo API, because how else would they access Shippo's data? Right? That doesn't really make any sense. So I assume they are using Shippo API. I just don't know exactly how. So let's go back to see, where do we start with this? I'm going to assume you set up a package template and shipping options. I'm going to assume you set up your shipping origin and your shipping options. Okay. And then in your e-commerce store payment section, set up the shipping origin, which will be considered as sender's address while creating order in Shippo. This can be accessed at payment settings, shipping origin. So let's go there for you. Payments, settings, and then shipping origin. Okay, we've got that. Install Shippo app from Marketplace. Oh. Interesting. Is it not available in integrations directly? Oh, no, it is. View app. Okay, here's your settings. Your settings doesn't have a Shippo live token in it. So that's your main problem, Brett, is you didn't do this part. Install Shippo app from Marketplace. In the Marketplace app or integrations page, in settings, search for Shippo and install the application. Once installed, add the live token to continue. So if I had your live token, I could try to run this for you. It seems like you already installed it, but the live token didn't stick, or I don't know how that's happening. And then once it's in, we want to enable live rates and shipping after setting up the package template shipping. Enter the live token and then enable live rates. What is this? Okay, once you enter your live token, you should be able to enable it. Okay. Well, if I had access to your Shippo, I'd test it out right now, friend. But I don't. So I don't really know where this breaks down, but if you give me a little bit more color on this situation, I could probably help you out. But we know that the process is getting stuck here, because otherwise, if I came in here, I would see a live token already connected, and live rates would be turned on. So I'm assuming that that's where things broke down. You can let me know. All right. I keep getting an email about .music domain name and music ID. My heart says it doesn't matter, but my mind is telling me yes. I have a good answer for this, actually. So, Tej, I want you to look me in my face. Dama. I'm assuming that's the case. I'm assuming it doesn't matter. But let's just do a little perusing. The music domain and its connected music ID will provide a trusted, secure, and authentic music-centric internet where the global music community can safely connect, engage, transact, and thrive. The problem with these pie-in-the-sky ideas about building like a new way that things are done on the internet is you're trying to build a standard as one private company and nobody cares. Like, no one's going to adopt your standard. Why are people going to adopt your standard? Because they really want musicians to have an easier time? People don't really walk around thinking about that. We are the only identity service provider for the global music community. So basically, they're just trying to make money off of the fact that they do have access to the .music top-level domain, and they can issue domain names on the basis of it. So this is what I would call, in classical terms, a grift, okay? It's a nice hustle. They got the legal right from like, I mean, who is it? Is it WWW, like the World Wide Web Foundation? Who gives permission to issue under a top-level domain? ICANN. It's ICANN. That makes sense. So ICANN gave them the right to issue .music domain names, and they were like, how can we grift harder? Because, like, how do we convince people to get a .music domain name? Let's come up with this initiative where we're actually going to rethink the internet from the ground up to be for musicians. And we're going to get all the other people who use the internet who aren't musicians to comply with this standard. And everyone's going to adopt it. That's never going to happen, I don't think. So, don't care, dumb. But I'm open to being wrong. Happy to be proven wrong. Hi folks, I built my current website with WordPress. I'm trying to figure out if I should just rebuild the whole thing on the CRM and ditch WordPress, or if I should pay $10 a month to have WP hosting in the CRM, which would obviously allow me to migrate my site. Obviously, I prefer to save money, but I'm worried about losing functionality and all the positives of knowing WP and working on it for years. That said, I don't need anything too fancy, just a pretty basic website with opt-ins and a fully functional store. Since I'm not familiar with the CRM builder and its functionality, I'm having a difficult time making the decision. What are the main benefits of paying for the WP hosting aside from just being able to migrate your site easily? Any insights appreciated? Yeah, I'm happy to provide some color to that. So it's going to be 13 minutes and 35 seconds in. So, David, I can't advise you on this. High-level WordPress hosting comparison, okay? This is going to show you, this is how I get quick access to a breakdown of why High Level says that their hosting specs are better. So aside from just being able to migrate your site, you'll get access to certain benefits, and I'll post this underneath your question as well. Post it right here as a reply to my reply. But you can see, like, they compare it against Bluehost, Kinsta, and SiteGround, which are major hosting providers for WordPress. They have more storage. They have a higher PHP memory limit, but don't be fooled, because that's something that, like, you entirely set in your configuration. Like, I can go change the PHP memory limit on my configuration right now. It doesn't mean I did anything. Like the hardware didn't change. I just made a software change. Maybe they're saying like, we'll allocate this much server space for you to have a PHP memory limit that high. Who knows? The cost is competitive with most of these providers. Visitors are unlimited compared with Kinsta and SiteGround, which limit you. Chat support, free backup and restore, unlimited. Built-in email system. I guess they're counting their email marketing as built in, and maybe they do something like they offer a plugin or something that helps with that. Is there a Lead Connector WordPress plugin? That'd be fire. Wow. Wow. Oh, it's just a text-to-chat widget to your WordPress site. Also allows you to embed Lead Connector funnel pages to your WordPress website, which will help you capture your visitor information like email and phone. That's pretty cool. So you could migrate your whole WordPress site, use the landing pages, checkout pages, and use the Lead Connector plugin to just directly integrate it with your WordPress. Bob's your uncle. Now, I don't know if they have a plugin for directly integrating the email functionality of the CRM, but that'd be pretty cool. That said, I would say I don't think I've ever met a musician who actually needs WordPress, because ultimately WordPress was built originally to manage blog content. And that when you build a platform to manage blog content, you end up with some foundational priors, like things that you needed to be true when you were trying to build the optimal blog framework when everyone was writing blogs. Now no one writes blogs, and everyone uses WordPress for not blogs for the most part. And so the problem with that is that a lot of the bones, like where you started building fundamental infrastructure for how this shit was gonna run, is fine-tuned to the use case of a blog, not to all the various use cases it's being used for today. And so as a result, WordPress is very bloated. It's very easy for it to become insanely slow in an era where page load times are so competitive. So there's a lot of drawbacks to WordPress. It's like saying, hey, it's like saying this. It's like saying, hey, I need a pack of Q-tips. Can you go grab the whole store of Walmart for me? Bring it back here so I can grab the Q-tips out of the Walmart store? It's like, no, go to the store and get the Q-tips. Don't get Walmart. I don't need Walmart. WordPress is Walmart, and you probably need some Q-tips and like some mouthwash inside Walmart. But you end up, the whole Walmart comes along for the ride. All of its complexities, all of its drawbacks, all of its bloat comes along for the ride. And so that's why the more that I use WordPress at a developer level, the more I realize it's really overkill and it's actually not optimal for a lot of different things. So that said, it would probably be, there would be a learning curve to learning the CRM. The difference is it's a lot more straightforward because you have centralized documentation. With WordPress, you don't have a whole lot of help from the WordPress Foundation in terms of documentation unless you're a developer. If you're not a developer, the layman's WordPress documentation is like, because you're not going to use vanilla WordPress. You're going to add a bunch of plugins to it. Now you have documentation across all these plugins, and then you need these plugins to play nice with each other. And so you got to know about the specificities of that. And it ends up being this combinatorial explosion of shit you have to know just to run a WordPress site. Whereas with the CRM, the email marketing and the documentation for it is in the exact same place as the website builder and the connecting a workflow to that email marketing, and it's all integrated. So that's what makes it a bit easier to navigate the learning curve than WordPress. To get good at WordPress to the point where you're functionally running a WordPress and you're not going to catastrophically like make your life harder at any given day, like that smoothness of running WordPress, it takes a long time to get there. With the CRM, like you could be running smooth, quote unquote, in like a week or two. So, but that doesn't mean you should wholesale abandon all that work you've already put in on a WordPress and all the stuff you've already learned. If you like WordPress, if you like your build, I would keep it. You don't have to move hosts to the CRM if you don't want to. Like if you like your host, by all means, don't use the CRM's host. And then you can just integrate it. You can integrate your WordPress with the CRM. So Zapier, the CRM has an API. So I could walk you through, like, if you wanted to get into it, like, there's a personal API. So we could, like, connect up your WordPress such that if you get an opt-in on there, it sends over to the CRM as a contact, enacts workflows, things like that. We could do that pretty easily. We could install a webhooks plugin and say, whenever I get a new user, throw this like webhook at this workflow in my CRM. That workflow then gets the webhook in it. There's a data payload. It's got the first name, the last name, the email, all that shit. And then you can just route it into your contacts. So you could use it in tandem with your existing host. You got all the options. Stay with your existing host and try to integrate WordPress with the CRM features you want to use, or move your WordPress into the CRM and download that lead connector plugin and then try to get it all running smoothly, or move your WordPress, or don't, and slowly start to rebuild it in the CRM until you feel comfortable that, hey, I can switch out my DNS from pointing to my WordPress to now pointing to the CRM. I'm good with that. And to test that, you can also create a subdomain. So instead of moving your whole domain, you could do staging.yourdomain.com or whatever, and test that on the CRM and make sure everything's copacetic. And then once that works, then you can move your main domain. So those are your options. I hope that helps. Let's get back to the questions. Oh, we have some answers here. So let me see if MC Till hit us back. indie.everybody'shiphop.com. So he did give us his URL, but that's not helpful because we need his sub account name. All right, cool. Let's move along. I did leave a time. Okay, cool. If I want to run a post as an ad for social proof on FB and Insta, same creative, is it best to run individual campaigns so one targets FB, another Insta? You do it in one campaign. Yeah, Joseph got it. Anyone else notice that Meta ads got much cheaper today? I guess the election ads are over. Oh. Let's go here. Timestamp is 21. We'll just do 22 minutes. Yeah, 100%. Like, the minute the election is over, you're going to see tons of relief in the ad auction. Yes. It's not over yet, though. We still have to deal with Black Friday, but compared to the election, that's actually a pretty small hurdle. So, yeah. I mean, the hell is almost over as it pertains to ad spend. Mick Jansen. Let's do this. Timestamp 22 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. Mick Jansen asks, curious to hear what y'all think about this idea I'm having. Sometimes on our weekly email, we send out videos, but as far as I know, email doesn't allow videos to be shared natively. No, it does not. We also just started a Patreon. So my thought was, what if instead of sending people to an unlisted landing page on my website to view the video, I posted the videos publicly on Patreon. That way, when they get nurturing emails with videos, they view them on Patreon and are not only reminded that we have a Patreon, but they also see what they're missing because of Patreon's preview feature. Very good idea. If they don't have a membership. The only downside is that I'm posting it publicly on Patreon, so now anyone who checks out our Patreon gets to see what is only supposed to be seen by our email list. Does Patreon not have a free tier, though? Is the only option to do free content to do it publicly? Patreon free tier. Yeah, they have free memberships. Yeah. So you could just gate it that way. Because, and do you get your email addresses? Patreon export email addresses. Yeah, to export a list of email addresses from Patreon, you can use the relationship manager. Cool. So you can, Jansen, Mick, you can create a free tier and then basically manually add your email list to the free tier, or even make it part of your onboarding. Like, if someone opts into your email list, you could be like, hey, I also gave you a free membership with our free tier on Patreon. There's tons of exclusive content there if you want to go check it out. That way, you know, hey, if you're on my email list, you probably are already on this free tier and you can just log in. But if you're not, you can sign up for the free tier. And now we definitely have your email address. So there's no way they're going to see the content unless you have their email address and they're signed up for your email list. And then you just do everything under the free tier instead of publicly. That's what I would recommend. Okay. CRM issue for Circ Live Q&A. I have random orders not being sent to Shopify. The majority are making it, but seemingly random orders are not. Is there a fix for this? I have had a few customer reply after a 2-week follow-up email saying they never got it. So I checked and it was never sent to Shopify. So I've been comparing my CRM orders to Shopify orders and seeing more. 3 out of 13 in the last 3 days. So having to manually place the orders. Is there a way to replay the order in the CRM? Yeah. So let's deal with that. So yeah, Tommy, there is going to be a way to manually replay the orders in the CRM. I just haven't had any time to work on a V2 of the server stuff. But I'm hoping to get to that very, very soon. That said, I can tell you why individual payloads did fail. So let's go here. And then let's go to our failed payloads. We'll go to content. And we'll just look through our failed payloads to see if there's anything matching your location ID. No, not there. What the hell just happened? Huh. Why aren't we getting any matches, though? That's interesting. There's lots of other failed payloads. Alright, you know what this is? This is probably the Jansen boys doing live fulfillment. And it goes through their Shopify, like live payments at live gigs, and then it ends up as a failed payload in our system because there's no like customer address or anything like that. It's not like any of the normal orders. Okay, we have a failed payload. Let's check it out. Okay, it's not so clear exactly why this did fail. Let me do this. I'm going to work on this tonight, Tommy, because I also have to check out... I actually have to check out Invincible Czars. I have to send a few of their orders through. So I will do that. I'll check in on this and get back to you as to why those are failing. Barry Birch said, as manager is restricting my account from advertising... Oh. Jack said it? Yeah, definitely reach out to support. That's like the first... That's the first step. It might not be the last step. All right, we're good here, we're good here, we're good here, we're good here. Okay, cool. Yeah, looking good. All right, question for Circ live stream. Ian and Lorena here. We send out email campaigns from music@e-nyoung.com, and for each campaign we had a custom reply to email connect@e.nyoungmusic.com. We've only been able to do this in batch campaigns and not workflows. We are wondering if it is possible to have a custom reply email as connect@e.nyoungmusic.com for workflows. Currently, some replies are coming through the CRM messenger, and in that case, do not go to the email inbox. Some replies go to music@e-nyoung.com, and other replies go to connect@e.nyoungmusic.com. So if they came through the CRM messenger, they had an address. There was an address. We just don't know what it is, maybe. But they definitely had an address. Do you know why this is happening and how do we fix it? It would be great if all replies went to connect@enyoungmusic.com. I do not send campaigns with this main email because it is a subdomain. All replies need to go here. Got it. Okay. Let's... Oh, that's a failed payload. Let's grab your timestamp. And it is 28 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, Ian Young. So let's see if we can E dot N dot. Maybe if I just put Young, it's a better search term. Yep, there it is. Cool. All right. So there are a number of places. Reply email, where a reply email is implicated. But I know a few of them, so let's just go check the obvious ones. So first, in your email services settings. We've got your dedicated domain and IP. Okay. Name. So you can set a dedicated header for this. Interesting. You can set a dedicated header for this. And what that will do is it will at least ensure you never have to set the name that's listed and the from email that's listed. Now, some people are going to, just by default, grab your email and start your email address from the from email and start a new conversation to reply. That will happen. And you really can't do anything about that insofar as your from email has to be the one that sent it. And that's not where you want to get your replies at. So yeah, that is a challenge. I will say this, you have reply and forward settings here, and you can just set a default reply to address. So what did you want? You wanted, it would be great if all replies went to connect@e.nyoungmusic.com. All right, so what I want you to do is I'm going to put that address in this reply address field and save. And what that will do is it should ensure that all emails sent to an address here will be, it should ensure that all emails that go out from the CRM have a reply to address designated. So when you click reply in Gmail, it'll go to that address. However, if they copy your from name from like the top of the email and they go like paste that into a new email, it's obviously not going to change. They copied the one you don't want. So we can't do anything about that, but we can do this. Oh, you know what? I think you have to press enter. So annoying, dude. You have to press enter before you hit save or it won't save. Gah. So, okay. So that should do it, but you're going to have to test. In order to test, you want to test both replies to broadcasts and replies to workflow emails. So like grab a dummy Gmail account that you can test with, add it to your contacts. So go into contacts, add it as a new contact, your dummy email, and then you're going to send a broadcast to just that email and check when you click on reply, what is the default email that it's sending to. Then also set up a workflow and you can add yourself to the workflow. And it should be the case that this is a global setting that fixes it everywhere, but we just want to test and make sure that's the case. And then you should be good. Okay, continuing on. Oh, we did it, dude. No problem, Tommy. I will check it out tonight when the wife and I are watching Survivor or whatever. What about it going to CRM only and not to any email? Yeah, so that's weird, and I don't think that's actually what's going on. I would need your permission to go into your contacts and probably a contact that you know that happened for. So give me a contact you know that happened for. I'll go look them up in your contacts, and then I will click on their contact profile, which will take me right to the conversation with them where I can investigate. And we won't have to go through all your other contacts or all of your other messages on a live stream. Boom Bap Review. Was that it? That can't be it. We tried that. No, it's not Boom Bap Review, dude. That's wrong. Okay. Oh wait, it looks like MC Tilt did respond. We would have to research that. Thanks for your help. Okay, yeah, no problem. But I highly doubt that it is just going directly to the CRM only, unless, so there's two ways that can happen. One is that it's a Facebook comment or a Facebook message or an Instagram message, and your Facebook or Instagram is connected to the CRM. Then you'll get messages in conversations that are not tied to an email. If you're running SMS marketing, you could also get messages in your conversations in the messages feature here that's not tied to an email. But otherwise, the only way you're going to get a message in here is if it is tied to an email. So they did respond to some email. And now what can happen is you might have sent out accidentally by not one of those two emails you said, right? So you've been working with connect@e.nyoungmusic.com, but also music@e-nyoung.com. And it could be the case that you have like a connect at e-nyoung.com errant somewhere it got entered in, and now when they're replying, it's not to this one that you thought it would be, but it is to A1. It's to A. So let's be clear about this. The e-nyoung.com, that's what's connected to the CRM. The part that goes before the @ symbol, there's nothing in the CRM that dictates that has to be any particular thing. So literally, I could type in supercalifragilisticexpialidocious at e-nyoung.com and your CRM will get it. And so that might be what's going on. It might be a different alias before the @ symbol, same sending domain. But by all means, give me your findings when you get them, and I'd be happy to check it out. Okay, let's just double check, because it said MC Till responded. Oh, Adam Hayden. All right, cool. We can fix MC Till's problem too. Let's do that, and then I gotta get out of here and kiss my daughter and my wife. All right, Adam D. Hayden, and it's gonna be Adam D. Hayden's account. Okay, cool. Adam D. Hayden's account. Very cool. Let's solve your problems, MC Till. I'm glad that we got to this. All right, so your original issue was music page and the Patreon page do something really strange. My logo gets huge and the header moves to the top and is all messed up. Pictures below for reference. Okay. Let's deal with that. Okay, Everybody's Hip Hop Part 2, I'm assuming it is. And the problem is with your Patreon page and your music page. Okay. We can do that. Okay, what don't you like about this page? Oh, it's that, what? Is that this is at the top? What is it supposed to be? Let's go to home. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what's going on. So that's your Patreon and your music page. Okay. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up, dog. Oh, what's up? Doubt. Okay. Yeah, I see that. I see what's going on. Is there anything in your tracking code? No. Is there anything in your CSS? No. Interesting. Oh, there is tracking code. What's this? Simple music player. And what is it doing? What is it doing that we don't like and don't want? Okay. Okay, so here's our menu. Now let's go to a page that isn't like this. Interesting. Flex relative mega menu container. Got it. Yep, that's the same one. Interesting stuff. Yeah, it doesn't have any of the CSS styles. Oh. Oh. It's probably because of other stuff that's loading on these pages. If I had to guess. Yeah. Ooh. Huh. So it's music. And what are these buttons here? Yeah, I don't know why that's going on here. But your styles are not loading. Some style isn't loading. Let's try reloading this page real quick. We'll go to your network tab and see if anything failed. Main.js failed. Okay. So we're sending a request to indie.everybody'shiphop.com for main.js, and it's failing. Why is it failing? Oh, 404 not found. Why is it being included? Okay. So that's for your Patreon page. We kind of know what's going on there. The JavaScript isn't loading. Which is very weird. That shouldn't happen at all. And that's the problem here as well. Let's see if it loads. Let's see if the JS loads on this page. No, it doesn't. Okay. So you don't actually need the JS. Interesting. That's a stumper, dude. That's a stumper, dude. I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Where are your sections? So page, header nav for real. I love it, dude. That's how I name things too. This is the header nav for real this time. And I'm not playing any games anymore. All right, let's save this. Header nav 11/6/2024. We'll add it to templates or just global sections. Oh, this is already a global section. Oh, is this a global section? Is any of the... Oh, this whole thing's... Is the footer a global section? It is. Very nice, dude. Nice use of global sections. I think, right? This is a global section, is it not? Yeah, it is. Because they're like... Poo-poo purple. Poo-poo purple. I don't know why this is happening to you. It's very bothersome. What if I use the actual direct link? Like, what if I edit page details? Is that it? No, that's not right. This is a stompy wumpy, friend. Tracking code, no. Pop-up settings? No. SEO metadata? No. I don't know, dude. I think it's something to do with the URL. My hunch is that it's something to do with the URL. But I can't be sure. Oh, is there any... Oh! It's magic. Okay. Yeah, I think it's something to do with the music player. Let's try this. Let's try removing the music player altogether and see if that doesn't fix it. Yeah, it's something to do with the music player. It's probably because you have two JavaScript elements. You have the Patreon, which is like a JavaScript button, and then you have the music player. So what I would either do is remove the music player or just change this to a direct link, because you don't need, like... What is this? Oh, okay, it doesn't actually load JavaScript. NVM. Yeah, something's up with your music player on this page specifically, which is very weird. I find that to be rather odd. Huh, okay. Well, we didn't fix all the problems, but that's a pretty easy fix. We could do this, and then we're going to stick it to the bottom. Or maybe... page section? No. Section? Yeah, I really want this to go all the way to the bottom. How can we quickly do that? Footer. Advanced. Yeah, I really wanted to be on the bottom. That's what I was really hoping for. I mean, stick to bottom on scroll is not ideal for a couple of reasons. But let's just try that. Or we could just add some padding in here, right? We could say this guy is going to get a fair amount of bottom padding just to ensure that it makes it to the bottom of the page. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's not ideal either. But you get where I'm coming from. Am I right? So let's do this. Let's add a little bit of margin to this guy. Just so it knows where its like upper or its lower bound is. I guess we could do one. I guess I see no reason to not have these be the same element. I guess that's what's tripping me up. Okay, yeah, I don't need it to be here. I just need this to go here. Oh. Oh. Is this even in a section? It is. Okay. Okay, this is like a multi-column row. Oh, okay. All right, so let's do this. Let's just add a row, one column below these other rows in the same element. So we're not going to use a separate element. This is going to be the whole element. And let's see how that smacks. Let's see how it smacks. I mean, we got to at least see how it smacks. That's beautiful. That's exactly what we want. All right, so something went weird with your music player, MC Till. But we figured it out, and all we did was we just removed it. We loaded it back in. Now, what I also have done is I loaded your global music player section, but instead of having it in a separate section, it makes more sense for it to be the same as this because they have the same background color. So what we did is we added another one column row to this section, this footer reel section. And then in that one column row, we placed your music player code. And now that looks really good and it works. So let's do it to your music as well. Given that all your other pages work technically, you don't need to do it to those. But if you want to, it's a cleaner setup, I think. You run into less issues. And it looks like you... Oh, because I added it global, it's a global element. So now, what the hell is going on, dude? What was that? Okay, that's bothersome, to say the least. God, dude. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. We'll go global sections, music player, bring it down here. Because I'm adding it to a global section, technically, I have to do it on all of them. So I'm gonna do that. Delete this guy. We'll do this guy. Blog, we already did it to music. We did it to Patreon. We just got to do it to... Is it on services? Is your music player on services? It is. Okay. Products list? Is it on products list? Is it everywhere? It is everywhere! What the heck, man? It's everywhere! I can't go anywhere without it! Okay. Products list, product details page. Now we're getting in territory where your music player should not be. Ideally, it's not here. But we'll put it back in. Cart. I mean, that's a clear-cut place where it shouldn't be. Let's see. Okay, we don't have it on cart. Not bad. I like it. I like it. Checkout. Not on checkout, right? Hey, we got it not on checkout. That's what I'm talking about. All right, and then on the thank you page. Lastly, we just want to check if it's on the thank you page. Nope. Okay, we are all clear to move about the country. So I'm going to add in your music player one last time. And then we're just going to test to make sure it works. And then I'm going to go give my daughter a big kiss on the cheek. Because I love her. Okay, global sections. Music player. Yep. That certainly popped it back up. Am I right? Am I right? We can delete one of these, I hope. What the freaking hell, dude? This really bothers me. Does that give us double? It does give us double music players. Dude. Let's save this. Save. Exit. Reload. Global section, music play. I'll put it down here. We will drag this up here. We will remove this. We will save. Come on now. Okay, dude. We did it. We did it. We done did it. We did it. I guess we... Okay. I see now why you had it separate. Because this is way too big. This is way too big. Gah. How might we deal with that? I mean, I guess I have to do another section. Oh, man. Gah. Okay. So I was wrong. I'm going to remove this. Remove this. Add this back in. And just pray to God it works. What's this guy? Does this have... Oh, it has 1 pixel. Annoying. Okay. It's like stuck in it, though. Don't like. Yeah, I don't like that. So this needs to not stick to bottom on scroll. That's cleaner. That's clean. Okay. Store. That's good. Podcasts. Okay, podcast needs fixing. Blog. Blog needs fixing. Music. Nah. Okay, so podcast is... These pages are too small. That's what's causing your visual issues, friend. They're small, teeny tiny pages. So, I mean, I guess what we can do here is add some margin. We'll do some Imagine Kid. And then I guess we'll add back in your music player. Dude, we're gonna friggin' throw some Imagine on it. Still not enough. Okay, yeah, I was afraid of that. What we're gonna have to do is this. I want to set the height of this element to the full height of the remainder of the page. In lieu of that, I'm just gonna jack. No, dude, not that. If the I need padding. I'm an idiot. Yeah, we'll save. That's way better. That's way better. Okay. So, we did home, podcast, we need to do blog. Dig it. Oh, it already did it for us. Nice, dude. We could increase the margins here if necessary. We'll go to global sections, music player. We'll add that back in. Save. There you go. There you, oh, it still grows. Get out of here. And it still freaking grows. Save. Okay, cool. That at least fixes the problem locally. You need your music page. Global search. So yeah, I'm kind of fine with this having tons of padding because the music player sticks to the bottom, so it doesn't care about the padding. And if there isn't enough latitude at the bottom of the page, the padding will take care of it. Let's set a little bit of wiggle room for Big Stow. Patreon. We'll do that. Let's add some margin here. And then we'll do global sections, music player. We'll save. Did we do that for Patreon? Yeah, we did. Cool. All right. What I want you to do, sir, is just add the global section music player to the bottom of services, products list, product details. And then you're good to go. I hope that helps. I'm going to go hug my daughter and my wife. You guys rock. I will see you again on Friday for more question answering. Tommy Space, I hopefully got you tonight.